Sure.
Hi, my name's Dennis.
I'm Tom.
Oh, how are you doing? Haven't we met before?
No, I'm not sure. Maybe in a dream.
Maybe in a dream. We changed a lot in a lot of different ways, and some of them were very, very subtle. I noticed that, since we were in the trailer and in the field, in the cows, and there were a lot of flies around. And, flies would get in the room, and if you're trying to relax, and the flies are bothering you. So my natural reaction is to kill them. Well, Tom would catch the flies, and he'd take them over, and he'd let them go. And I don't know if he realized he was doing it or not, but instead of killing flies, he somehow, thought that, well, this fly doesn't really deserve to die, so he's, catch the bugs and let them go. And I found myself doing the same thing. And I guess it was just a realization that there's consciousness in everything, and you're responsible for your actions, and maybe some repercussions. And, even to this day, if there's a bee or a wasp or something around, I'll talk to them mentally and say, I'm kind of afraid of you, and I don't want you to sting me, but, here's the deal. If you don't sting me, I'll pick you up with this piece of paper or something, and I'll take you out of the house.
Yeah, I do that, and all my children do that now. We get a bug, we get a spider, we get a wasp or something in the house, and every one of them, they'll capture it and put it outside. And our favorite way of doing it, of course, flies you can't just catch in your hand. You just kind of come up behind them and grab them and put them outside. But wasps, that's not a good method. So
I noticed that.
Basically, you take a glass. Is what we do. Put a glass over them and slide a paper under it, and we take them out and let them outside. But spiders, bugs,
did you do that before Monroe's, or is that something that just popped up? Or?
No, you're probably right. I probably did not do that until after being on Bob Monroe's. You're right. A lot of little subtle changes happen to you as you gain a bigger picture, to where you have a bigger respect and a bigger connection with everything. That it just doesn't feel right to kill things if you don't have to. Now, sometimes you have to. I had a rattlesnake wander into my property and sunning on my driveway, but I also had 3 toddlers.
Right.
So that's something that you can't deal with. So the rattlesnake had to go. When you can, it's best not to kill or even disturb. I tend to go out of my way not to step on things as well. I'm taking my walks. The little bugs scurrying across the thing, I'll kind of step over them on purpose, rather than step on them.
Actually, I do that too. I never thought of it, but I do that.
Yeah, they're doing their thing, going on their way, whatever it is, and you should not disrespect everything. I think that's kind of a self-centered viewpoint in the world, that you're it, and all the rest of the world can.
So there were probably all kinds of subtle things that happened over those years that we never even noticed, and it's so hard. It's been 38 years. It's hard to recall.
Anything else along that line, a subtle change? This is really interesting.
Yes, I really recall when I first started. I'm this boneheaded physicist who wants to understand everything and make everything science. And I was very interested in the phenomena. I was very interested in the out-of-body. I was very interested in proof, that it was real and that sort of thing. But as time went on, I found out that I was changing, and my focus was changing, and it wasn't so much about the details anymore. But you could tell that there's something else going on besides just the stuff. And by that I mean you feel you relate to your world differently. You relate to your environment differently. I started seeing auras and energies and that sort of thing, and that made a difference. But eventually you get to the idea that it's really about growing up, not about doing out of body, not about doing paranormal things, not even about proof. It's about being, it's about growing up is really the best way to say it. You know, I can say it's about love, you know, it's about caring. So those are descriptions of how it affects you. But there's just a kind of an undescribable change in your sense of existence, of you, and being a part of everything else. And then that's what it's really about. So that's kind of worked its way into my concepts of it's really about evolution. It's really about change and about growing. And all the rest of the stuff are just kind of things you do along the way. They're not really that important. It's just all part of the process of growing up. You know, when we exited, we were different people than when we entered.